or steps or something like this. So when you're at the bottom floor, it's just bullshit, innit? You know, just some crappy people. They've been through some really weird off-key shit. Like, I come from a very different world, right? And imagine, like, suddenly, because of my ways and the things I'm doing, now I'm friends with some guy that carries a knife. What? You know, or I'm friends with now I know this chick that, you know, has a creepy dad who, like, you know, or like whatever, like this weird stuff, or, you know, it's just all this, like, just weird stuff, right? And it's like, once I start to leave those kinds of spaces, right? Like, these people literally have to fall off, bro, because even if from a consciousness standpoint, you wouldn't directly do what you in your mind, you think that you would never do that because you're thinking from the mind perspective. You're not thinking from consciousness, because consciousness is all things, good and evil. Is dual. Yeah. It's everything in one. It's everything. Yeah. So when it goes through you as a prism, it's a kaleidoscope of itself. And there's a part of itself that's purely animalistic. Right? So when you spread out your expression of consciousness, you, because of your config, know that, nah, those things are wrong. And somehow, I don't know how the thing works, but somehow you have like an awareness. There are some things I just built into your code that, nah, that's wrong. Yeah, just whatever. And then you start to think like, okay, so how comes I think like this and you don't think like this? Which means that you are definitely on a different path to me. Like, we're on totally different paths. Yes, I recognize the divinity in you, your consciousness, but you can't even see, you can't understand my world. It's like a millionaire talking to some guy that lives on a fucking council estate, or, you know, like some tower block. What do you call those things? Like a section 80, you know, type thing. Like, our perspectives, what? Like, it just won't mesh. So like, no matter what happens, in order for this thing to work, one person has to completely not be themselves. Do you get it? So, because effectively, if we're both being ourselves and expressing the way we are, we will not be in each other's worlds, because we're on different paths, because you maybe need to learn certain things and ascend, and it's playing out your 3D. And I have to do the same as well. But if I start changing to be like you, then I've changed my whole story now, right? So I'm not even getting the life experience I'm supposed to get, because now I'm rolling with someone I'm not even supposed to roll with. I'm having a life experience I'm not even supposed to have. Do you understand what I'm saying? You gotta be careful, bro. You really have to be careful how, like, because you have to understand that just like how I said, it's people, it's not people, it's projections. You're literally sinking into a dark space mentally, like not mentally, consciously, because from a consciousness standpoint, because you're believing stories, right? And because you're believing those stories and narratives, it's pulling you into a lower state of consciousness. You know, because maybe you might think that, yeah, this is who you are now, or or whatever, or this, I mean, I've got no choice. I grew up with these people, or whatever. Like, it's all booky shit. You have a choice. You always have a choice. Consciousness is the chooser. It's not you. What do you choose, bro? You don't choose anything. Do you choose when you even go to sleep? You think you do. Do you actually choose the moment you go to sleep? Shut the fuck up. Do you choose when you want to piss? And I know someone will say, oh, well, it's down to the body. What's energizing the body, bro? What's energizing the body enough at such a level that it gives it the capability to do those things? So you gotta choose. You gotta choose the right path and stay on it, bro. And I promise you, the right people will come, bro. Or should I say, you vibrate with the right frequencies? You literally will, bro. The same way that when the student's ready, the teacher will show up. Like when consciousness is ready, like you just, create the world you need to live in. Because at that point, you're not living as a mask, you're living as consciousness. So consciousness has to change your world. It has no choice. Like that's because that's what it wants anyway. That's the whole program. Bro, you can say affirmations until you're blue in the face, bro. You can have a vision board until your eyes burst. Until you change your alignment and until you shift dimensions, bro, it wouldn't happen. And what do I mean by that? You have to be authentic. You have to be real, bro. You have to be real. The things that don't serve you, the things that are not in alignment with you, you know it, bro. See, here's the fucked up thing. You know it. Because it's written in your DNA, bro. It's written in your like that uneasiness when it comes that comes when you're vibing with people that you don't even like or you don't even want to be around. When you're being fake, that fake, like all that fake shit, all the stuff you do, so then people like vibe with you or whatever, or fuck with you, whatever, all that goofy shit, right? Oh, put it 1 second. All that goofy shit. All of that goofy shit, right, is literally pointless. Bro, when you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, you feel it. When you're with someone you're not supposed to be, you feel it. When you're somewhere, you feel it. You can't put your finger on it. You feel it. So stay away from those things and go more in alignment with the things that make you feel like, oh yeah, this is what I want to be doing right now. So if with that comes studying, learning, taking time for yourself, isolation, soul searching, going inside, healing your wounds, figuring out, like when they say healing your wounds, it's not physically healing your wounds. You've stopped consuming yourself, right? You're learning the process of you're stopping. So by that you literally stop. Like if you're being negative to anybody, I've said this a gazillion times, when you are being, what's the word I'm looking for? When you're being like evil, quote unquote, to somebody, you're literally consuming yourself, because if you go back to the bubble, it's just you in your bubble as consciousness with the kaleidoscope spread out in front of you, which you think is reality, but it's not. It's literally just you've just fragmented into this whole place and you're just experiencing it, so you know what it's like to be you. But when you do that shit, right, what the hell? Oh, okay. When you start to do that shit, and because you spread out and whatever, and you're being evil to somebody, you're being evil to yourself as consciousness. So you're consuming yourself, right? So if somebody's been nasty to you or whatever it is growing up, right, you gotta realize that though it was nobody, it was just you that did it to yourself. Bro, the timelines overlap, right? Because the timelines overlap, it tends to show itself as this strange kind of thing that people tend to think that, oh, because the timelines overlap, surely it's not me. No, it's all you. Okay, like you've come in here and populated the whole thing, right? So as part of the population, you've created your parents, like you've brought them into existence. Everything comes from you, bro. Your parents getting together, all of that, they're all stories. Everything's just a story. Yeah, you saw them together, blah, blah, blah. Yes, and just like how you project things, you projected them. You chose a story to come and live it, and this is the story. So when you have done something to you, and I know you say, oh, but I was just an innocent kid, what choice did I have, blah, 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 blah. No, you did it to yourself to learn something from it. I don't care what you say, bro. You're not a victim. I promise you, you're not a victim, bro. Like, you're not a victim. Real shit. If you think you're a victim, like, switch off, please, because you don't get it. Like, you're attached to a story, so this will go over your head. You know, go and believe, like, just go and be attached to that story and be vengeful and angry at yourself and keep fighting yourself and throwing arrows into your own heart, which will just pierce your own heart. And you come back and it'll feel like coming back, but it's not coming back. It's just because you've not learned that lesson. You just keep coming back and respawning in different bodies. Yeah. And getting your same heart broken, and you pierce somebody's heart and forever. Bro, God has time. You don't. You live forever just tearing yourself to pieces, bro. Real shit. You have to grow up, bro. You have to mature. So, like I said, so when with that, if you want to ascend, you feel like, okay, cool, it's time I align myself with who I am. I'm not. This is not really me. So maybe you're partying, maybe you're in whatever scene. You're like, nah, this is not me, man. I'm not this person. Like, I'm something else. Like, I've always felt it my whole life. So I'm gonna go towards that and the energies that feel right to me, like what feels like home to me, what feels balanced to me. And you start heading that direction. Literally, your reality will start to change, bro. And those projections will fall off because you've learned the lesson. You've ascended that level. So like I said, it's like you're climbing stairs, right? And as you're climbing the stairs, it's like, okay, so the first floor, it was just these weird bozos and shit like that, right? Yeah, you left them. It's not no weird bozos. It's just yourself in a bozo state, bro, because you were a bozo. And in that bozo state, there's all different expressions of bozo-ness, right? Do you understand? So you come across all of them, the whole myriad. And because your consciousness, you see the whole spectrum. Go and try selling drugs, man. Before you realize it, you're not dealing with like all sorts of weird people. Try it. Or go and be a stripper. All of a sudden, you're dealing with all these weird people. All these broken, distorted people. Why? Because you're broken and distorted in that point. So you're going to see the spectrum because you are your duality, bro. You're everything. You're the whole spectrum. You're the whole yin and yang. So you see all of it, from the cool ones to the what the fuck ones. The whole thing. Any place you place yourself, you see this picture. It's a picture. It's nothing more to it. It's just a picture. It's a narrative. So the same characters will appear, but just in different configurations, bro. So you're going to become a stripper. You see all the stories, like, oh, there's the liar, there's the chick that's always in trouble, there's the chick that shouldn't be here, there's the chick that has been here too long, there's the chick that wants to be here, then there's the chick that is being pimped. Bro, you will see the whole fucking spectrum, all of it, just laid out in front of you. But you start to realize, okay, I'm not a stripper, it's not really me. As you start to move out of that, what happens? All of those fucking people fall off. They have to, bro, because they're not real. It's just your own mind. It's not real. They just have to fall off. Then as you go into another state and you're like, okay, so I'm aligning more with myself, blah, blah. Okay, cool. Then the next projection will show up. Maybe there's a lesson there. You know? Because it's a process. You keep getting closer to God, you get closer to your thing. Bro, you can go to church until Jesus comes. These are the facts. And Jesus is not coming anyway. let me tell you the facts. He's not coming. He's not coming, bro. He never existed. It just describes the type of consciousness, bro. You're high intelligence, so normally when you leave yourself a code, like I said, you write all these stories for yourself. All these stories are written for your own self. You wrote them for yourself. Why? Because consciousness produced those things. All those songs, all those movies, all of it was produced by the same thing, the same energy called consciousness, which you are. So you wrote the Bible for yourself, and because you thought that you were high intelligence, you wrote it in a coded form, not realizing that the next iteration of human that's coming is so fucking dumb and so in its animal state that he will read it as an animal and think that's a literal person. Me, I'm telling you, bro. Me, I'm not. Yeah. I just have to tell you. That's my job. That's what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to beat the drum to my own self, to my own mind. So I don't ever fucking make this mistake again. Or be in a low state of consciousness, because it's so dumb. Like I told you, people that have this awareness, that are evil, they will literally have some of you guys for dinner, because you guys are so easy, bro. Like, you can't even think. Why do you think sometimes you see these products and you think, who the fuck will buy that, bro? People are buying it. How can somebody sit there and let some Nigerian fucking guy behind a computer tell her that, oh, she's this guy from wherever, come and show her pictures and shit like that, and then she will go, yeah, it's true, and then he's like, yeah, give me 100 grand, give me all your money, and then she'll give it to him, and then she's like, I didn't fucking know, I thought he loved me. You're fucking dumb, bro. You're literally in such a low state of awareness that somebody can literally bamboozle you by writing you letters, because you live in such a low state of vibration and you're craving love so much because you're afraid of something, dying alone perhaps, or whatever the fuck it is, that you throw all logic and common sense out the window and become your animal and then be fucked over. The same way sheep can be led to a fucking slaughterhouse and not realize that they're hearing a sound and the fucking animals are screaming in there, but they're still queuing up. They're still, oh, well, they said there's a spa, so you know. That's the human animal feud. Dummies. Complete dummies, bro. You know my agenda. Simple. I can't live in that bullshit anymore, bro. Simply can't, bro. It's 2024. What the fuck? I was supposed to be flying by now, bro. If you've been alive any period of time, we were supposed to be flying and shit. Flying cars and shit. We still got bullshit rickety cars on the road, bro. We haven't gone anywhere. All we've done is fucking create a bunch of fucking shitty little cars with fucking super bright LED lights that they're not even cars anymore. They're these fucking computers that run on batteries and electricity, and we think we're somehow like so fucking advanced because we're not destroying the earth, right? But we had to destroy the earth a gazillion times over just to make that one car. Bruv, do you see how dumb people have become, bro? Guys, I just saw the most beautiful light in the sky. You know, wow. The thing outside the bubble was telling me yeah, that's the thing. It's a sign. It's crazy. All we have is the present moment. So every moment that I have where I can record and leave these messages, bro, I'm going to leave them. You know, when you watch a zombie apocalypse movie, it's the same story, bro. I keep saying that if we don't ascend, we're not gonna make it out, and people think I'm joking. I'm actually so fucking serious. Like, look around you, bro. Look at humanity right now. Just take a long, hard look at humanity. Real shit. Look at where humanity's priorities are, bro. Look at where your country's priorities lie. Look at the people around you. Look at where their priorities lie. In your whole world that you live. Okay, here's a fun fact. In your whole world, your whole bubble, the thing that you've created that you somehow think is you came to it, you didn't come to anything. Look at your whole bubble, yeah. Everybody you know, everybody you've ever known, all of them. How many of them were really, 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 really dialed in like you? Like, you know, like you might have come one or two that were dialed in. It's almost like you put them there. Or it's like if you're watching a movie, it's like, you know, the background character that, you know, like Truman. Yeah, Truman shows, like, you know, he had his friend, his best friend tried to pretend he got it. You know, that kind of thing. So it's almost like you have these one or two people that kind of get it, but they don't quite get it. And you know they don't quite get it. But they pretend they get it, and you also kind of pretend that they get it. So you kind of keep talking about it, but you know they don't fully get it, and you don't go all the way because you know they don't get it. True or false? Like, if I'm lying, like, then tell me. Attachment to the story is the end of the game for you, bro. Ooh. So yeah, bro. That's the real shit, bro. Yeah, man. Be real, bro. Trust me. It's the way out, bro. It's the key. You know, I can't tell you. I mean, I can tell you the best way that I can try and tell you. You know, as best as I can to show you what's what. You know, it's hard to because it's such a complicated thing. You know, and I think in some way humans with that understanding of how hard it is to grasp, because you're in a game that you made yourself, or you're playing a game, or you're having a life experience, whatever you want to call it, right? And in a way, like, whilst you're having this thing, you kind of need to completely forget who you are. So but then for some reason, the fact that I exist kind of tells me that that's also part of the game. And the fact that I'm not the only one, it's just people that get it. People have got it all of life, right? Some people just don't get it deep enough. I think some people get it a little bit, but there's some people that truly get it as well. But just like anything, it's the same story, you know. There's always, like, it's a spectrum everywhere. Like I just said, everywhere you go, you see the kind of, okay, there's somewhat, then there's the ones that are all the way there. That's why there's right and left, you know, even in your political parties and all this fake cartoon comedy shit, you know. But then again, it's not strictly right and left, is it? Because there's the center parties, then there's the, you know, center left and the center right, you know, and the extreme left and the extreme right but I thought it was right and left. So if we have extreme right and extreme left, then what is it? It's a loop. It's a spectrum, bro. And you keep going, but you never get to the ending point. But it's supposed to be two. On and off. Duality, black and white. Yin and yang. There's ultimately one thing. It appears as two, but it's not two, it's one. If you have half a yin and yang, it's not a yin and yang. Let me say that again. If you have half of a yin and yang, you don't have a yin and yang, yeah? It's in the name. You would have yin or yang, right? One of them. Even though it appears as one, you know it's half. You will never look at half of a yin and yang and think it's the whole thing, ever. You know it's incomplete. Do you understand? You just know it. It's incomplete. It's not the thing. Yeah. But so it's one thing. It appears as two, but it's one. You know? So to our minds, we tend to think that, you know, one second. In our minds, we tend to think that, you know, yeah, we are separate. That's just half of the picture, bro. Whatever we think we're separate from, we're one with it, bro. Minus your body. You get it? It's just one thing, bro. It's kind of crazy. And I know it's shocking. Like I said, I think that's why people latch onto the stories, because in a way, it's like it's more comforting. You know, it's comforting that, oh yeah, well, I'm not just the only one. You know, blah blah blah. And you think back to your own life. How many times have you known people that think like that are of any like substance? Like, you look at them like, oh, they don't want to, like, they're so limited in the thinking. But if you're doing the same thing, you're just looking at a reflection of yourself and not realizing it. Bro, everybody is a reflection of you some way, somehow. Everybody! The fuck? Whatever you don't like in one person, you don't like in yourself. Don't kid yourself. Don't kid yourself. And that's why these racist people make me laugh, you know. Racist people make me actually laugh. It makes me laugh. It makes me actually laugh. I always think, man, you're literally... It's like, I think the best thing is when people take microphones to... Let's find like this group and that group that hate each other, right? And let's put the microphones to them, and the things they say about each other, they're literally talking about themselves. They're just projecting. You know? And they're literally zombies, bro. Because it's such a limited state of consciousness, bro. Like, because when you start to understand like what you are, I think that's the thing. Most people don't know what they are, and most people are on a bit of a joke thing, you know. They just think that, yeah, like they kind of get it, but you know, still like life and rah rah rah. No, bro, you don't get it. Everybody's a reflection of you, bro. Learn the lesson and move on. You know. If there's corny people in your circle, you're corny in a way, bro. Find out how and get rid of it. Trust me. If there's corny people in your circle, you're corny in a way. Because you wouldn't have been able to attract a corny person into your life experience if you weren't corny, bro. And that applies to your parents too, bro. You manifested them, bro. Whether you believe it or not, I don't care. Like I said, I'm leaving breadcrumbs for my own self. Just keep it moving, bro. Nothing to see here. Keep walking. No one's interested in what you gotta say. I'm talking to myself. I don't care if you don't believe me. So yeah, man. It's one of them things. It's just one thing, bro. Everyone's reflecting you, one way or the other, bro. You know? it's a big realization. But when you realize it, life changes, bro. Believe me. Life will change for you once you realize it, bro. Trust me. You become so powerful, bro. You start to understand the game, bro. Like the other day, I was at the beach and I saw this couple. They came to sit next to me, actually, and the woman was just whinging and complaining about everything. And you could tell the guy just wanted to just experience life, and he kind of hated her, actually, because the way she was, and she kind of hated him. You could tell the way it's like he would try and make a joke and she would take it personal, and then she would overstep in her response, and then he would overstep, and then he's now sulking, and he, like, literally he left at one point to go for a swim, and he came back and he just basically said he wanted to go, and then she was like, no, stay, and then he stayed, and then shortly after she wanted to go. Bro, it was like a movie, bro. I'll post them, actually, because I think I got a picture of them. Yeah, it was crazy. And I was watching the whole thing transpire, and I was like, wow, what a crazy thing. It's like you're watching two, like, it's like consciousness in two different states. Just like, it's just not real. So one person will have to fall into the other person's narrative, bro. If they're gonna keep up this charade, or they have to just stay in their own vibration. So he's gonna have to drift off, and she's gonna have to drift off. That's just the reality of it. So many people are attached, trying to get somewhere that they know in their hearts that they're not got. Bro, today I'm gonna keep it real, man. Today I'm gonna keep it real. There are too many people, like, bro, there's literally millions of people. There's no millions of people, you know the deal, man. But we're having the conversations flows between 3D and high level consciousness. But when you talk about in terms of people, it makes like the digesting it easier, at least for me anyway. So when you think about it from that perspective, you think, shit, there are so many people that are attached, but they know that they're not going to the same destination, but they're still attached, and they know that they're not going to the same destination, and they're attached, and they fucking know that they are not going to the same destination. Tell me I'm lying, bro. And I would delete my whole YouTube channel right now, bro. You understand? So many, bro. Fake. Why? Narratives. And you look at that couple and you think to yourself, are they happy? Of course not. The destination he wants to arrive, and he will arrive, because his consciousness, he's not going to arrive with her. And the destination she wants to arrive, she will arrive as well, and she's not going to arrive with him. I know it. It's all pretend, bro. The level of pretend in this world is absolutely bonkers, bro. Anyway, this one's kind of wild.